Hey guys, Shooting Star here, aka Zach. I'm with the Concert Chronicles and I'm bringing you an interview of Charlie Aki. He's a rising Northern English star that's sure to pop. He's got great music and he's absolutely killing it. He's got a powerful voice and deliberate sound, and if you listen to his music, I promise you won't be disappointed. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, man. I just listened, I dove into your music a bit more, and I really like your sound, man. I'm really impressed. I jumped on the opportunity to interview you with the Concert Chronicles because
Oh,
I'm new to their team, and I saw the
right.
opportunity and I looked up what can I say? Man,
Yeah.
and your voice, it's like when you're watching American Idol, you get chills. You're like, ooh. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's tell you what, that song in particular I wrote like so long ago and had a whole version recorded, and then I
Hmm.
was literally about to release it, and then I got a deal, so it came out way later than it was actually
Uh-huh.
supposed to. But it meant
Yeah.
that I could redo the vocal, and then it sounded even better than it did
It
originally.
sounds amazing. And
Cheers,
the
man. I appreciate
video,
it.
absolutely. The video is very well shot too. I'm a videographer
Thank you.
primarily. I also love perfume regrets.
Yeah.
Man, I can see you're starting to drop the bombs in the music world, and I'm really happy to see where this goes for you.
Yeah, man, it's exciting. It's kind of crazy, when you think about it.
Hmm.
When you like kind of like think about your whole journey and where you sort of started and where you are now and like the whole
Right.
sort of way that it happened, it always feels crazy. It's so exciting to sort of
Yeah.
think about where it can go and sort of what the ceiling is. Like just imagine
Yeah.
what can happen.
Oh, 100%. That's definitely one of my favorite parts of being an artist is thinking
Mm,
about where your skills can take you. But like you
yeah.
talked about where things started, I wanted to ask you if you recall the first moment where you felt like the urge to get the music out. Like cuz it comes from somewhere. Like all of the
Yeah.
poetry and the power and the heart that you put into your music, I can hear it. A lot of people
Mm.
make heartless, soulless music. I can hear the heart and soul you put into it. Is there a time looking back when you're like, that was the day where I felt like a need to release this music?
Yeah, I think so. So I had like I'd written like loads and loads of songs, and I was
Hmm.
I was getting better. Obviously, it's like a skill in it. Songwriting, like anything's like a skill. And we're writing the songs, and when you feel them like coming to life, and you think, "Oh, this is going in this direction. This is going to be really cool. I think it's going to sound like this at the end." And I'd written, obviously written loads of songs. I'd released loads of songs, and then none of them were doing that well. And I was getting a little bit disheartened, and I was thinking, is it like am I actually getting any better? Am I making music that people actually want to hear? Like
Hmm.
are people buying into me sort of thing? And then I wrote Better After All, which is the sort of most successful
Hmm.
song I wrote, but it was in like a batch of a load of songs that I'd written, and then there was Better After All. And as soon as we wrote it and I got the demo, I was like, I need to release music, all of it now.
Uh-huh. I
It
love
like
that.
just
I love that.
like ignited like the little like spark that was like, the feeling of like being able to put
Yeah.
something to people that you think is really good.
Hmm. Yeah, I really enjoyed Better After All, especially once I heard the piano version because
Yeah.
you select incredible backing tracks. I like your backing track selection. I don't know how all that works with you, but especially when you hear your voice shine on the less intense backing track, that was really
Mhm.
cool to hear. And those songs are powerful. That one did hit hard for me.
Yeah. It sort of follows all like the proper pop rules, and
Yeah.
it just got a ton of ends. I have a there's a few, I've worked with a lot of people in Germany. I fly over there a lot because the label that I'm with, half of it is there's like owned by two people, and half of it is a German guy. So we've got loads of studios over there.
Mhm.
And some of the guys that I work with over there are just incredible. Like you obviously you can sit a piano and I can come up with chord structures and stuff
Hmm.
like that, but not like some of these guys are just amazing and they just know
Right.
how to. They just go, this will sound great. Go sing
Yeah.
it.
It sounds like you've got some masters of the production side. And obviously, you can hear that in your music. I mean, it's very well polished and professionally delivered. But what I love about it, especially in today's world, your sound still sounds, it has a retention of a sense of rawness and
Yeah, that's really important.
organic. It's organic, which
Yeah,
is
I think that's
really
really
fun to hear.
important. I think definitely with the vocals, I'm always really conscious. I don't want to
Hmm.
go. There's a lot of overproduced vocals. I feel like especially in the pop world, and I feel like they get clouded. So I'm always really sort of adamant. I want
100%.
to make sure all the vocals are really raw and like not too overproduced. And I like
Hmm.
proper backing vocals as well.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Sorry. Yeah, I like proper like like almost like the way they used to do it in like the 70s and the 80s. I like a lot of
Uh-huh.
that stuff. So I always like to because I've got the chance to be able to do that. I think
Hmm.
I should have proper backing vocals. I think it just makes it
Yeah,
it keeps it raw and
yeah.
like real, which is really cool.
No, for
I
sure.
love that.
And I love the balance you're bringing into this time and era we're living in with the kind of original organic stems that you're recording and then the ability to bring a certain level of production, backtrack, backing vocals, all of that. I think you're killing it so far. So there's no reason
Yeah,
you should
thank you.
ever doubt yourself, ever stop. I know as an artist, we get into those places like you talked about at the beginning where you just like weren't sure. And
Yeah,
I have a theory on that philosophy that I'll keep very short, but as soon as you start to tap into where your power is, your music, you will get friction from the world. And you fought against that and you didn't let it stop you. And now you're reaping the benefits of that.
yeah. I think I do like at the moment I'm on a school tour, which is basically where you go around loads of schools and
Hmm.
chat to the kids. You play them a bit of music, then have a little chat to them, and the sort of talk that I give them is all about like when I was at school, everyone was basically telling me it's not cool to sing, and then I quit, and then I came back in lockdown after I'd left school and I was an electrician, and I was like, this is what I want to do, and it's kind of all about like the thing of like getting over that and really believing in yourself and
Yeah.
not, especially when you start getting to places that you want to be, not having that like imposter syndrome that's really
Yeah.
easy to get. I feel like that's sometimes gets overlooked, like if you don't completely believe in yourself and you feel
Hmm.
like you're not supposed to be in a room when you should be there because you've worked hard to be there.
Right, right.
um, so yeah, I think it's really, really important, that whole sort of message of believing in yourself and working hard for it.
That's amazing. I love seeing the perseverance because it makes me sad to see any artist give up. So,
Mm,
I mean, I think you had easy reasons to believe in yourself. You have a powerful voice. I highly would
thank you.
encourage anyone watching this to go check out your music. Um,
Thank you. I
like
do
I
too,
just,
actually.
yeah, yeah. I got on YouTube Music. I found you easily. I wanted to ask how to
Mm.
pronounce your last name.
So, so it's a nickname that comes from my sort of actual name.
Okay, okay,
So it's what all my friends have always called me. So it's Aki, because
okay,
it's comes from my actual name, which is like Atkinson. So you get Aki out of
okay.
that. Yeah, everyone always says like, "Where are your parents from?" and stuff like that, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they're both English. It's just a nickname.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Charlie
Charlie
Aki.
Aki. Yeah, that's bang on.
Who are your greatest inspirations? If you could give me your top 1 to 3, anywhere in that
Okay.
range, yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be cool.
cool. All right. I like I like a lot of. I'll give you two like current ones, and I'll give you one sort of like old one
Okay.
that I love. So I'd say my two kind of like two current ones are definitely. I'd say Shawn Mendes, who I'm sure you'll
Mhm.
know of.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone knows him. But yeah, I think the way that he creates like the really raw vocals in his songs is really
Mhm.
cool. Even though it's still surrounded by that really like polished production, I really like the
Right.
way that he does that and the sort of sounds that he uses. And his melodies, like his pop melodies, are really catchy, which I love.
Mhm.
Um, and then there's another guy, an Irish guy called Dermot Kennedy,
Hmm.
I don't know if he's still a big artist, but I don't know if you'll have necessarily heard of him. But he's again, he's got a really sort of like raw voice, but he uses a lot more like organ sounds and R&B sort of drum sounds and stuff, which I've always
Nice.
found really interesting to kind of marry that together. And then the last one, which is an older one, is definitely Billy Joel. He's always been my
Okay.
like. I think like there's so many songs. His songwriting's so clever, and I think that so many old of his songs have like they're like life lessons. A
Hmm.
lot of them, the way that he talks them, especially like songs like Vienna and like I think Scenes from Italian Restaurant and stuff like that. Is still
For sure.
um,
Yep.
sorry, not Scenes from Italian Restaurant, Krista Bird, right? Not Billy Joel. That's not what I meant. That's one of my dad's favorites. That's another one that I like. But yeah,
Okay.
one of my dad's favorites.
That's
But yeah,
awesome.
like Piano Man as well is such a
Hmm.
awesome song. Like that. Yeah, Billy Joel is definitely a big, big one for me.
Awesome. That's fun to learn about you, truly. If you could accomplish one goal for your career, or maybe you just say it's what's your biggest dream? Like maybe it's not
uh,
music related. As a human living on this earth, does it tie into music when you think about your heart's deepest desire?
we can get quite deep on this, can't
Hmm.
we? I think I think for me, it's just being fulfilled in whatever you're doing. I think it's life becomes very tedious when you do something that you don't enjoy, but you know you have to do it. Do you know, like I think it's finding fulfillment in the stuff that you do every day is really, really important. So I think for me, it's just feeling fulfilled and enjoying everything that I'm doing as much as I can. I think that's what I'd say. Definitely.
I love that because we live in a time where people will find anything to complain about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
especially English people. We like to moan.
But I'm full of joy because I'm like you and I surround myself with people like you where we look for the good no matter what.
Enjoying the grind. The grind is
Hmm.
where it's fun because once you get there, you've got to find a way to keep yourself there, and that's not as
Yeah.
fun.
So far in your journey, what has been maybe one standalone moment where you felt a good sense of that fulfillment?
I think it's like, I think for me, it's definitely doing like the doing stuff that you really want to do that sort of benefits your career is always
Huh?
nice. So like the school tour that I'm doing at the minute is really it's really fulfilling anyway. But I've never done anything with kids. Like
Hmm.
I've never had like I don't have any brothers or sisters. Like I've never really had that connection with children. But being on the school tour that I am now is obviously really beneficial for my career. So it's good from that side. It's good for promotion and it's all that sort of thing. It's really, really good for. But it's also very, very fulfilling. You know, talking to kids and getting them to actually seeing them sort of listen to you and invest in you is like, yeah, I find that it's been really, really nice.
What would you tell youth that, they've got the desire, they've got even maybe a little bit of practice, but they're feeling kind of stuck and lost in the path? What would your advice or pointer be to them?
I think just try it and persevere. I'd say, like you, obviously you're not gonna be good at it straight away.
Hmm.
No one's woke up and been the best in the world at something ever. You know, like
Right.
it's never happened. So I think you've got to try stuff, especially when you're young. Like there's just so much time to try stuff. But and if you find something that you like, persevere at it, and then find a way that you can monetize it, so you can do it for your job. Because then you never
Hmm.
work a day in your life.
It's so
You
true.
could say.
This is cool talking to you. Um,
Sweet man, I appreciate it. You
yeah.
too.
And thanks for adjusting for the quite a bit of a time difference. I know it's a little late over
Oh, it's all
there.
right, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I stay up late
Um,
anyway. When like when you're out gigging, you always end up staying up really late. So my sleep schedule's just completely ruined anyway.
uh-huh. Yeah. 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 The musician's sleep schedule isn't much of one
Yeah,
anyways. Yeah.
there's a few hours till I'm going to sleep yet.
Yeah. What artist brings you the most peace when you listen to them?
uh, I think I've actually got a record here, and I think it's like I
Okay.
bought a record player recently. Okay,
Okay.
and this album,
Yeah.
Elton John's greatest hits, but it's got like just it's like Yellow Brick Road and like this at the moment. Yeah, Elton John is really doing it for me at the
Yeah.
minute.
In your music, I connected to a couple very noteworthy emotions. And one of them was I'm coming home in rush hour traffic, and I actually noticed that I was driving slower. I wasn't I wasn't caught up in trying to get home. I was fully enveloped in your music, and I was
That's amazing. I
just
love
like
that.
thinking deep and connecting to the emotion that you invoke in your music. So I wanted to ask, how do you like to start your songwriting process?
I'm not a hugely emotional person, sort of like in everyday life. So I have to really sort of put myself in the
Mm,
position of how, like, I have to really sort of root deep and think. Like, for example, Perfume Regret it's about basically I walked into Berlin. I walked into Berlin. I walked into a lift in Berlin, and when I got in the lift, there was this perfume in there, and it was the same that my ex girlfriend used to
yeah,
wear. So you know when it kind of stops you and it makes you think about someone that you haven't thought about for ages,
yeah.
or a time period, or whatever. So I had to I have to really put myself in a space to really imagine how that feels. So I usually start with that and try and really
Mhm.
get myself there, and then just kind of start bouncing ideas and think like take like keywords and then try link
Huh?
them and then try and make sentences out of them and sort of just portray how I feel with the words that I'm sort of coming up with out of that emotion that I'm thinking about.
That song hit so hard, you had me missing a girl I've never even met.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that
Missing a
basically
girl I've
happened.
never
I'm
even
like, I'm in the
met.
car. I'm getting chills. My hair's like right. I'm like, dude, this guy's voice and the message, like I was able to just connect and lose the world, which
Oh,
is
man.
that's what I think the best music does.
I need you as my hype man. I need you to come round me and just hype me up all
Oh,
the
I got you,
time.
Charlie
Yeah, I think
Aki,
it's
Charlie Aki.
yeah, I think it's important. I think in general, whether it's like happy or sad or whatever it is, I
Mhm.
think people connect to it because it evokes emotion out of them, doesn't it? So you need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
try and put people in that space where you are to make them feel how
Mhm.
you're feeling when you write that, and then people like that's what music is. It's feeling an emotion a lot of the time towards what
Right.
you're hearing. So I think
Well,
it's you've got to make people feel.
you're doing that perfectly because on my drive home listening to your full set of singles, they're all good. Like I said, I'll
Thank
encourage
you.
listeners, watchers of this again to go listen. Insanely good. It was a roller
Thank you.
coaster a little bit. It was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is joyful and happy and like I feel ecstatic, and then it's like, oh man, I miss this girl for him.
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't spoken quite a few years now, so
Yeah.
but it's strange. It's like you just little thing like that. It's a smell, like, and then you just think about a whole thing that you never like. Do you know what I mean? It takes you there, and you're like, whoa.
Right.
It kind of stops you in your
Right.
tracks for a minute, which is
I'm excited to keep seeing what you do with music and where you take it. Like we are talking about the possibilities of where it could go for you.
Mhm.
And as someone who just learned about you and is learning about you, that you could easily be in whatever venue you want, wherever you want, with whatever artist you want. So I just hope deeply to see you lock into your vision of what that looks like, and then we'll watch it
Yeah.
play out.
I hope so. That's the goal, isn't it? I suppose. I think just setting little goals and then hitting them, and then eventually you
Mhm.
hit the big one that you've been going for the entire
Mhm.
time. Hopefully.
If you could leave us with one cliffhanger, something we might be able to look out for.
There's a song that we've got coming out in summer, which I think is going to be ridiculous. I've been
Okay.
playing it loads in the schools, and the I got the final master back like about a month ago, and um, it's another one. Do you know, like the better after all moment?
Mhm.
I've got that feeling about it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
hopefully, but yeah, I'm really excited. It's basically just it's a song about the summer and just enjoying yourself and having the best possible time that you can. So I'm
I
really
am
looking forward
so
to
hyped. I'm so hyped.
it. I'm excited. I'm really
So,
excited for it.
is there a release date tentatively, or month?
Oh, I can't say that.
Okay,
I
okay,
might get in
okay,
trouble if I
okay.
say something
You're
like
right, right.
that.
I got you. I
It
got you.
might change.
Right,
I don't think it
right,
will,
right.
but it might.
I totally got you.
You know what I mean?
Well, we will look forward to it, and I'm sure we will speak again. This has been awesome.
Come on, man. Thank you.
Yeah, God bless you, and best of wishes and luck and blessings from Shooting Star and the Concert Chronicles.